If you're on this channel, you probably know who he is. I've had the opportunity to work with this generous man for over 6 years now, and it's safe to say that without him, I would not be here today. He has helped me so much in my YouTube channel, in my life, and I owe him so much of what I am and what I have achieved to him. So this year, 2019, this video's old. The original plan was to release this back in October of 2019, around Halloween. That didn't work out, then November, and then December. Long story short, it was harder than I expected. Now we're almost halfway into 2020, so it's about time this gets done. I'm also letting you know this because some things I mentioned about the game or the game engine might be out of date or my opinion might have changed. Anyways, it's a big one! So grab some snacks and enjoy the video. So this year, 2019, I was reflecting on that, and I noticed that I've never really thanked him for that. At least I don't think I have. And while I was working on the Game Under 24 Hours video, I noticed that his birthday was coming up. So I decided that I wanted to do something special for him. At first, I thought of doing an animation, but honestly, I've made so many animations for him by now, and I wanted to do something different, something special, something for him. Specifically and exclusively for him. And I remember that the month before, May 12th to be more specific, he had released a video called Damien, an animated short about a character he created called Damien. And as I was looking at it, I said, I have an idea. What if I made a game adaptation of Damien? The problem was I had to finish the Game Under 24 Hours video on June 2nd, and Mark's birthday was on June 28th, which meant that I had less than a month to work on the whole thing while also editing for him. So this is the making of Damien, the game. So while I was finishing up the Game Under 24 Hours video, I started thinking of different ideas for the game. One decision that I took right at the beginning and that I never let go was how much of the animation I was going to turn into a game. Okay, now spoiler warning, if you haven't seen Damien, what are you waiting for? And second, I'm going to spoil about half of the video, so you should definitely...
I saw a flower today. Shouldn't be going now before spring. Or there's still a few more weeks of winter left and that flower will die, cold and alone.
Or that. Either way, winter can't last forever, Celine. With any luck, we'll be able to get out of this cabin soon.
Luck doesn't keep the fire going. Luck won't change the weather. And luck definitely won't put food on the table.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, you probably do need some luck in finding something to eat in the middle of winter out in the snow. Good luck.
Whatever. Try not to burn the cabin down while I'm out.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Did you really see a flower?
Yes. A little pink one. Silly thing. Probably dead by now.
Get some sleep. You look tired.
You're starting to sound like Mom. I'm not that tired. Okay, maybe I am tired. Well, you don't die easily, do you?
Well, why the music stopped?
Hello?
You killed people! So many people!
Who's there? Hello?
Don't slam the door, Damien.
Yeah, okay, yeah, sure. I saw a flower today. Shouldn't be long now before spring.
Or there's still a few more weeks of winter left and that flower will die. Hold on. What are you muttering about?
I heard a voice today.
What?
I heard a voice. As clear as I'm hearing you.
There's no one else in these woods, Damien.
But it sounded far away. I should have followed the voice, but it trailed off. And I had to get back with firewood. But we have plenty of firewood.
Damien, there is no one else in these woods. If there were, I'm sure I would have run into them by now.
I'm sure you would have run into them by now.
You're not getting enough sleep. You need to sleep. Are you staying up while I'm out?
What? No, I'm fine. I'm not even tired. What about you? Are you tired? You're always awake by the time I get back.
I'm not a growing boy like you, little brother.
Oh, please. You're older by 10 minutes.
Which is just long enough for me to be in charge, so shut up and go to bed.
That doesn't make you in charge. How does that make you the boss of me? Just be careful. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy, but whatever I heard out in those woods, it didn't sound too friendly. So just be careful.
I can take care of myself.
Don't slam the door. You always need to be right. Sometimes I'm right. Sometimes I know things. Well, that's weird. What the hell? That wasn't there before. How did I not notice this? doesn't make sense. Am I dreaming?
Damien!
Celine, is that you?
Celine! 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 Where are you? Where are you? Can you hear me? Hey!
Celine? Celine? I've never seen this light before. Celine. Celine!
Celine, hold on!
Doors. I'm almost there. Hold on. Just a little bit longer. Just a little bit longer, Celine. Can you hear me? Celine? Celine? Just hold on. I'm almost there. Hold on. Hold on.
It's not fair. Is it?
Mark's not the only one that can use these things to his benefit.
No.
Don't let anyone ever
Damien, you are a hard man to fight. Huh? Who are you? Where's Celine? Now there's a hard woman to avoid. If you did anything to her, I would. Easy there, cowboy. I've done nothing to her. I don't even think I could. That woman would carve my heart out and feed it to me if she even saw me. What? Then why am I here? What do you want from me? Oh, Damien. Oh, my poor sweet Damien. I've come to apologize. Do I know you? Of course you know me. Dare I say you probably know me as well as you know yourself. Sorry. Bad joke. Couldn't help myself. I know you. Oh, come on, Damien. Celine really did a number on you, didn't she? Mark? And Circle takes the square. Took you a while, friend, but you made it. But this doesn't make any sense. We were just at your party, and then we were. And then you. And Celine. Whoa there! Easy, boy. I'm gonna stop you right there because I just don't have time for the whole catching up thing. No, you need to answer me. How did I get here? Where even am I? Whoa, hold on. Okay, all right. I'll just summarize. And it's best summarized by saying that mistakes were made. Plans weren't exactly properly executed. The right people started pointing fingers at the wrong people, and a good night with some good friends may have taken a wrong turn at some point. And okay, I may have made a deal to possibly make sure that a certain lady couldn't go around breaking anyone else's heart ever again. But that was doing everyone a favor. But that's all in the past. What matters now is moving forward. And oh, how beautiful the future is going to be with you. You murderer. Oh, please. You sound like that idiot detective. Come on, you're better than that. I don't need to hold your hand through all this. Through all of what? Just leave me alone. You don't realize. This place is a dream. A never-ending starring role as the hero. But what is a hero without a villain? What? A villain? Every good story needs a villain. You honestly think that you're the hero in all of this? Well, of course I am. Who else could I possibly be? My humble upbringing, my tragic backstory. There's no other role for me to play.
You're out of your mind.
Oh, and you. You are going to make the perfect villain in my story.
Yeah, sure, that makes sense. Well, you can tell your story all you want to the other prisoners.
Oh, come on, Damien, let it go. Always the righteous crusader, pure as the driven snow, acting like you're the only one without blood on your hands.
You stole everything from me.
Well, you wouldn't even have anything in the first place if it wasn't for me. You took our lives. You betrayed me. You betrayed William. You even betrayed Celine. Well, maybe if Celine hadn't run off, then we wouldn't be here right now. You were never good enough for Celine. I gave up everything. But that's all in the past. And now, I'm here to show you the future. I don't want anything to do with your future. Just go drop dead and let me live my life in peace. Live your life in peace. Oh, my friend. What has she kept from you? No matter what tricks Celine tries to pull,
What's happening?
there's no ending for the likes of us. What? What have you done? Oh, friend. Like I said, I've done nothing. But in this place, I'm gonna make something beautiful. I can't. Damien, I can't.
It's time to leave.
Ah. Ah, Celine, so good to see. I have no idea what just happened.
Are you all right?
No, I'm not all right. I've never been less all right. You need to explain to me what the hell is going on.
There's no time to explain.
Why does everyone keep telling me that? I spent God knows how long chopping down trees with nothing but time on my side, and suddenly now there's no time! I'm so sick of being a pawn in other people's games. Just give me a straight answer. For once.
Celine. Am I dead?
No! No.
Celine?
I'm so tired. Everything I've done to protect you. But I was too late. Too sloppy. He's undone everything now. But he hasn't won yet.
Celine, you can't keep this up.
Shut up! You have no idea what I'm capable of.
Let me help you!
I remember now. I remember what he did. What we did.
Damien, you have no idea what's really going on here.
You're right. I haven't got a clue. But I know that even you can't protect me forever.
It's not just about protecting you. Everything's different now. The mistakes I've made, the people I've used, the things I've had to do to keep you alive.
Celine. Some things just can't be fixed. okay with that. But if you let me help you, then maybe together we can start to set things right. You look tired. I think you need to get some sleep.
I can't remember the last time I slept.
Don't worry. I'll protect you.
You can't come back from this. It'll change you. Forever.
Well, he did say he wanted me to be the villain. Maybe he should be more careful with his wishes.
Just promise me one thing. Make sure that bastard stays dead.
Definitely go watch it right now. I'll put links in the everywhere. So the part of the animation I thought would best fit a game would be the exact first half. Aside from the dialogue scenes, most of the first half is just showing you stuff. The snowy environments, Damien's reaction to the weird world around him, and of course the amazing scene where he's running in the woods. The end of that first half of the animation seemed perfect to end the game. Plus, the scenes afterwards are mostly dialogue, which is a bit complicated to turn into a game. So the length of the animation was decided. Now, how would the game work? 2D or 3D was the big debate in my head. Making a game in 2D would probably be easier since I'm used to making games in 2D, but it would also be a bit limited in its looks. And making a game in 2D scary was going to be pretty challenging, especially with the limited time that I had. On the other hand, we have 3D. Now, if it was in 3D, I knew it had to be in first person, because making it in third person would be extremely challenging due to all the animations needed. Plus, Unity already has a nice first-person shooter controller that you can use, so with the limited time that I had, I would definitely go with that option. And yes, I would be using the Unity game engine. In the last video, even though I said Unity, a lot of people asked me which game engine did I use. So here it is, it's Unity. I used Unity, and if I use the high definition render pipeline or HDRP from Unity, and yes, that is a name, I knew I could make the game look really good, considering I could find good looking assets, as it has a lot more options for lighting and shadows and post-process, plus volumetric fog and volumetric lights, which was something that I was very interested in exploring. So to make my decision, I decided to go to the asset store, and if I found a nice pack with a winter forest, I would go with 3D, because the forest and the snow are easily the biggest piece of all the animation in that first half. If I found the forest, everything else should be pretty easy. And after looking for like 2 minutes, I found this. The Winter Environment Nature Pack. I mean, this looks gorgeous, and it had so much stuff. I mean, I'm talking different types of trees and branches and rocks, and weirdly enough, it also works for non-winter scenes. Plus, it had support for the high-definition render pipeline, which was perfect for me. The only downside, it costed actual human dollars. But honestly, for Mark, it was totally worth it. So it was decided. The game was going to be in 3D. Okay, so I had the winter forest asset, but I still needed everything else, including characters. Because of time constraints and limited skills, I took the decision of using Adobe's Fuse characters, which is basically a The Sims type program where you can make different characters. It's a bit limited on what you can do, but honestly, I couldn't be too picky. My girlfriend, being a huge fan of The Sims and wanting to participate in the project, made the character models for Damien, Celine, and the other dude. For the enemy, I was thinking of using one of the monsters from
Mixamo.
But apparently, for some reason, I had a huge pack with different monsters in my Unity assets. I probably bought this in like a humble bundle pack or something, but I have no recollection of ever buying this. But I'm really glad I did. After looking at some of the characters in that pack, I found one that looked pretty gross, so I decided to go with that one. The only thing missing was the hair, but again, I couldn't be too picky. At this point I had pretty much everything I needed, and now I just had to put all the pieces together and make an actual game. Now the big question is, how do I turn this animation into a game? You know, with gameplay and stuff. The initial plan was to recreate the entire first half as it is, but I quickly realized that to make it a game, I needed to introduce mechanics and maybe even tweak some existing scenes of the animation. Now, the thing that Damien uses pretty much in the entire video is the axe. So I thought, alright, the axe could definitely be his main weapon. His only weapon, really. The animation starts with Damien cutting down some trees and taking them into his cabin. In the game, that would be a cutscene, like with the actual animation that I stole and used without permission. When he gets to the cabin, he starts cutting the wood, and that seemed like the perfect place for a tutorial, to teach the player how to move and how to use the axe in a safe environment. So that's exactly what I started doing. I placed the axe in the player controller and animated a simple idle, walk, run, and attack animations for the axe. I also wanted to implement some sort of pickup system. I had no big idea for it, but at least for the player to grab the wood and place it in the tree stump, and use it maybe even in the cabin to place the wood in the fire, to give it some actual mechanics to the game. Which, now that I think of it, was a ton of work and I didn't really use it that much. I added a stump that I found on the asset store, and by using a quick tutorial from Brackeys, I added some snow on top of it. I programmed the picking up of objects, which took way too long to implement. However, it worked for pretty much everything I wanted. I tried adding the script to the house and picking up the house, and oh my god, now the placement of the pickup object was very not good, but hey, it works, and as I always say, as long as it works, that's what matters. After this, I added what I called missions, which was basically a way for me to connect with the player. I didn't have a lot of time to do fancy stuff, so text sounded pretty good and fast. Although it wasn't fast. It wasn't fast at all. There were a lot of problems. Text not showing, missions getting all bugged, but eventually I came up with a system that fixed it. Not super fancy, but it worked. And as long as it works, that's what matters. Very good. After that, I made the cabin. I had an awesome asset called Modular Survival Base, which looked insane, and as the name suggests, oh god, I bit my lip. No, this is the worst thing I could possibly have had at this moment. Which looked amazing, and as the name suggested, it was modular. That basically means that the asset comes in pieces, and you can set it up in any way you'd like. Which was perfect for me, because I wanted to make the cabin as similar to the one in the animation as possible. I started putting some wood on the ground just to check how big it was going to be, and then started adding walls, windows, and the ceiling. It required some finesse, changing the scale in some of the pieces and whatnot, but I think it turned out really good. Because I was using the high definition render pipeline, everything I imported from the asset store had this very weird tendency of being pink. You basically have to turn every material in your game to use the high definition render pipeline shader. Fortunately, there is a button that is pretty much the fix this for me please button, but if you don't know where that button is, it can be a bit frustrating. And you have to do this pretty much every time you import a new asset. It's not a big deal, especially if you know how to fix it, it's just a little bit tedious. The cabin also didn't have any snow on it, so it was back to the brackets tutorial. For the fireplace, I couldn't find one that looked exactly as I wanted with the chimney that I wanted. So I had to improvise and mix two fireplaces together. Absolutely beautiful. I tweaked the terrain, and I also placed a fence around the house, even though there is none in the animation, to make sure the player didn't leave the area of the game. Now, I know I keep saying the player, even though Mark is the only person that's going to play it. The truth is, as a game developer, or a wannabe game developer at least, I have to look at the game I'm building as if tons of people are going to play it, just so I can predict what people might do that could potentially break the game. So if I keep saying the player, just keep in mind that I am talking about Mark. After that, I decorated the interior of the building with some extra assets, and once everything was programmed in, it was time for things to get spoopy. On the beginning of the second half of the animation, Damien goes to this void-like place, and I thought that would be a really cool place to end the game, right after meeting Mark. But I wanted to do something extra. What if you went to that place before? I had this thought of having a dark hallway with lights that would turn on, and the player would have to go to each light, and more importantly, stay in the light. Wink wink, Helen wink wink wink. Here is where the high definition render pipeline started getting really interesting. As to achieve this, I needed to use volumetric lights, which fortunately was really easy. It's just a button that says enable, and it just works, as long as you have fog in the scene. So this level was just a rectangular plane with a light, and after I added that first light, I added two more, and of course the final two lights with the signature red and blue colors, with the Damien demon dude in the middle with a very weird pose. Wonky winky wonk. One thing I actually had to do by hand was all of the animations for Damien Demon Dude. Now, I'm not a 3D animator, so this was incredibly challenging. It's very easy to screw up a 3D animation if you don't know what you're doing. And yet, I actually liked all the animations I did. For a newbie, I think they turned out pretty alright. And yes, I did the animations in Unity. It's probably easier on an actual 3D animation software. But it worked. So for that particular scene, I made the hanging, falling, and jump scare animations. And then I shoved them all together in Unity's timeline. The timeline is basically your cutscene creator. It's useful for more than just cutscenes, but it's pretty much for cutscenes. Testing the animations was incredibly easy, but for some reason, this first animation had a bit of a problem. The Damien Demon Dude's face was right in the middle in the preview, but during gameplay, it would always move a bit to the right for some reason. I probably did something wrong on this first one because all the other animations ran exactly as the preview. So that's a mystery I never solved. Probably the only way to fix it would be to redo it, but again, I was on a time crunch. On the hallway, because I didn't want the player to move too far from the lights and risk falling from the plane, I added invisible triggers that, if you'd stayed outside of them for a few seconds, the player would die and start the level over, as it played a loud, scary sound. So spoopy, ooh. For some reason, I thought this was smart. Why I didn't do the exact opposite, basically making the triggers outside that you couldn't touch, is still a mystery to me. Now, that whole sequence was way too short, so I added a few more lights and even a scary bit in the middle, where one of the lights would be really far away and the player would have to run towards that light. With more scary sounds, ooh. In this next sequence of the animation, Damien is
Looking at a pink flower.
and hears someone talking. He gets really surprised, but then does that must be my imagination thing and immediately goes back to cutting wood. This works for the animation, but honestly, at this point the game really needed some actual gameplay. So I would have a quick intro cutscene made by me instead of using the animation as I did before, and then instead of skipping to the house, the player could actually roam around and try to find where the voices came from. And my god, this was by far the level where I had the most fun. If you've seen my video where I make a game under 24 hours, you know that my favorite part of game development is level design. And this level in particular was a huge playground for me to just have fun doing exactly that. Now, it wasn't easy by any stretch of the imagination. Simply getting the terrain as I wanted was an absolute nightmare. Now, I've almost never used the terrain tool, and it definitely takes some time to get used to it. Either that or I'm just really stupid. It was either too big or too small. My god. And that's when I broke even more from the animation. You see, in the animation, there are only trees. There are no rocks, no vegetation, nothing. Not even a single leaf. Aside from the pink flower, of course. However, even though this is an adaptation of that animation, making the game 100% like the animation does not mean that the game would be fun. I'd much rather have a fun game that would be a bit different from the animation instead. Because even though it worked for the animation, it doesn't necessarily mean that it will work for the game. So the level would be a big circle. I know. A level design innovator, I'm aware. So I marked the area where the player would walk around in the terrain, and then I started adding props to make the actual level structure. So I started adding rocks and foliage and trees and branches and rocks, and this is where the fun started, as I tried my best to guide the player as much as possible just by using the environment. To me, this is something that is just so enjoyable. I don't understand why. Another thing I added was more things for the player to hit with his axe. I grabbed a bunch of branches, slapped them together, and that would be used as an obstacle that would prevent the player from going forward. But if the player hit it with his axe twice, the branches would explode. This would be an extra way to use the axe, and it would provide some obstacle that the player would need to overcome, adding a bit more gameplay to the whole game other than just walking forward. Halfway through the level, I showed it to my girlfriend because I was just so proud of what I was doing, and she said, oh, you could add like a tree that you could cut down and make like a sort of a bridge. Why didn't I think of that? However, because I didn't want to program another object that the player could cut, remember, less than a month, I instead made a big boulder. This boulder would have 3 of the branches attached to it, and when the player destroyed all 3, it would play a quick cutscene of the boulder falling, with probably the worst sound effects ever. I couldn't find any good ones for this one, unfortunately. This level also had the mannequin heads, and a lot of people were wondering what they were. Well, I guess you'll never know. I mean, if you've got this far in the video, I guess I could tell you. The mannequin heads are nothing. Yeah, sorry. The plan was to eventually, in other levels, add more mannequin heads, maybe like the actual mannequin, but I never had the time to do it. And to make it worse, I added a sound effect when the player gets near them, and it just made Mark so confused.
Oh, hi. Oh. Alright, yum. Well, good thing I collected the weird mannequin heads. If there's like skulls in the next section, I'm gonna have to replay through the game.
I should have just let them there, without disappearing and without any sound effects. The other big thing in this level was the jump scare, and from what I read in the comments, was the jump scare that scared the most people. So the Damien Demon Dude would be standing in a hallway of rocks, twitching his head like a possessed corpse. And when the player got close... But with that came probably the hardest part of all. Making this level look good. With the right atmosphere. Like I said, I've never used the high definition render pipeline from Unity, and it has a pretty steep learning curve, especially using the volume component, which is basically just post-processing that makes the game look nice. I started moving sliders and changing numbers, and nothing seemed right. I started from scratch so many times because it never looked as I wanted it to look, and sometimes it just looked weird. I wanted a foggy, snowy environment. It didn't work, especially the fog. I could not make it look right. It was either too much fog or a 2012 Unity horror game. I was using such good looking assets with the high definition render pipeline. This was a game for Markiplier. I demanded it to look good. Eventually, I had a flash of inspiration. I remembered Alan Wake. Yes, Alan Wake had the answer I was looking for. You see, in Alan Wake, you have the distance fog, you know, the fog that is at a distance, but you also have fog in the form of particles. That was the missing piece. And unfortunately for me, the Winter Environment Asset Pack had a beautiful fog particle included. Thank you very much. As soon as I added that fog particle in the scene, I was like, yep, I think I got it. And then it was just a matter of shoving a million of those in the scene, plus the snow particle also included in the pack, tweak the post-processing effects a bit more, and it went from Slender Man to Damien Man. As we saw before in the animation, after that scene, Damien goes back to the house, and the whole thing starts getting a bit repetitive. We are in a loop, but in the animation, the cutting down the wood from the beginning was cut off. Ironically, probably because of time constraints, but because I already had that initial moment of cutting the wood done, I thought I can really drive the point home that this is a loop by making the player redo the exact same thing. At first I thought this was a good idea, but then I imagined Mark's face, replaying it, bored out of his mind, falling asleep even. So instead I thought, I have the mission thing, right? Remember the text where the objectives appear? What if that started freaking out, saying weird and creepy things? I think that would make that whole moment somewhat uncomfortable and hopefully a bit less repetitive.
What? Glenn! Is your text in the top corner of your head weird? Mine's a little acting funny.
But for the moment inside the house, I had literally no idea what to do. I didn't want to make him put the firewood inside of the fire again, and I didn't want to cut from the animated cutscene to the mirror scene immediately. Fortunately, my mind was about to give me a pretty good idea. One night, I had a horrible nightmare where I was stuck in the cabin from the animation, and I was hearing creepy, unsettling sounds from outside the house, from inside, above me, behind me. When I woke up, I thought, that was terrible, and an absolutely brilliant idea that I'm definitely gonna put in the game, so that's what I did. The second time you were inside the cabin, it would turn into a scary haunted house type moment. I love doing this part, but it's really hard to know if people are going to find it scary, because timing is super important in horror, so I had to make sure I spaced out the sounds enough to let anticipation build. I wasn't 100% sure if Mark would find it scary, so when I was seeing the video of him playing, it made me really happy that he was freaking out a little bit.
You know what's fascinating is like this.
At this point, I went back to the initial levels and, more confident in my cutscene skills, started doing the initial cutscene and the cutscene for the forest level. I went crazy on these cutscenes, trying all sorts of different angles and shots and changing the focus point from the camera as it moved. I never wanted to be a film director, but I loved directing these cutscenes. However, making them took hours. Literally hours. I had to set up all the cameras and animations, activate them at the right time, make sure they were synced with the sound. I mean, I absolutely loved the process, but it was incredibly time consuming. And it was at this moment that I realized I was in trouble. As I was making these cutscenes, I realized that it was Mark's birthday already, and I wasn't even close to finishing the game. I overscoped. As an amateur game dev would, not only was I missing the 2 final scenes, but I was also cooking up the idea in my mind to add just an itty bitty tiny little thing to the game that wasn't in the animation. After the scene in the cabin and after Damien looks in the mirror, he wakes up in the middle of the woods. Damien starts hearing Celine's voice, screaming through the trees. Damien starts running, struggling through the snow, and suddenly he's near a frozen lake. He sees a hole in the frozen water. Footprints on the snow. He knows Celine is in danger and starts running towards the hole. Okay, this is all fine and dandy for the animation, but as I looked at this, I immediately thought this is not gonna work for the game. The running in the woods, that's fine. I could make something similar. Now, forcing the player to go straight ahead into the hole without being distracted by anything around him, that was going to be a challenge. But okay, the woods first. I wanted to create a sense of getting lost, just like in the animation. Really get the player disoriented. Basically how I did this was, I placed 4 circle colliders, and as the player moved through the woods, it would trigger different screams from either Selena or Damien until he reached the last one. No matter how much he moved, he would eventually hit all 4, and when he hit the last one, it would go to the next level. When Mark was playing, he thought he had to follow the sound.
Okay, actually, I've turned around so much I have no idea where forward is. Selene? Oh wait, no, that's the point.
He really didn't. Although he did get disoriented, so mission accomplished on that, I guess. But that was the easy part. Making it all look spooky and atmospheric, that was the challenge, because now the approach was completely different from the other levels since it was nighttime. And just as before, it took me a while to get the exact look I was going for. When the player hit the last trigger, the screen would fade to white and would go to the next level, the frozen lake. The problem with that, like I said, is that there was no urgency. I didn't want to give the player any chance to be wandering around the lake. I wanted him to go straight forward. So I had this idea of including the Damon Demon dude, the Triple D guy, into the game as an enemy. This goes totally against the animation, but again, this is a game. More importantly, a horror game. Other than the void level, there was no other level in the game where the player could actually lose. There was no threat, and a horror game needs a threat at some point. And since I had this enemy, I decided to add him in. The structure of the level was just a hallway, basically, where I could have all sorts of prop placement fun. And I took the opportunity to add a bunch of those branch obstacles for the player to hit with his axe. Which is great, because that means now that that level would serve as a tutorial for this exact moment. In the other level, the player could learn how to overcome those obstacles at his own pace, and here he would have to apply everything he learned in a more intense situation. For the enemy, I made this cheesy "I'm coming for you" pose with a twitching head again. I don't know, twitching heads are scary, I guess. For the enemy to move around, I was going to use something called Nav Mesh, which is a pathfinder built in Unity. But because I'm an idiot, I didn't do any of that, and instead just made the path very narrow and made the enemy just go forward. And of course, I made the jump scare animation in case he got you. This level alone took me 2 extra days to make. From planning to prop placement, making the animations, cutscene, placing the audio and triggers, took me an extra 2 days. Which, if you think about it, it's not that long considering the level, but I was already late to deliver this. But you know what? I'm so glad I did. At this point in the game, I just wanted to make everything very cinematic and intense. And with the running in the woods and the chase down the hallway, I could carry it to the next level. The lake level. Finally, we're here. But instead of having the player just roam freely, you would have to go towards the hole in the lake while running away from Triple D. I made a hallway of rocks, as I like to do them, apparently, because this is the 3rd one by now, and I blocked off the path in the lake with invisible walls, in case the player tried to go around the lake. I made it all foggy and creepy, and I realized the enemy wasn't gonna work, because this wasn't a narrow hallway like before. So I had to hack the code that I made and made the enemy turn towards the player, completely ignoring the fact that Unity has a built-in pathfinder that would have been so much easier to implement. But I thought it was more difficult, so I didn't, because I'm a fool. Anyways, to make the player not even dream about going around the lake, I made the floor literally explode. And you know the faces that show up in the animation below the ice? Since I couldn't do that for several reasons, I simply added red lights below the ice. And then I placed a bunch of triggers, and as the player would go forward hitting those triggers, it would light up the floor and fire up the explosions, making that last moment really, well, explosive. And of course, I made that violent animation of Triple D grabbing Damien by the throat and pulling him down. As I planned before, the last level would be the void. The exact same thing. The only difference here is that there's only 3 lights. And when the player gets to the 3rd light, everything goes dark and Mark appears in front of a bright lights saying the words,
"Damien, you are a hard man to fight."
And the end! The game was finally completed. And it's July 3rd. That was, without a shadow of a doubt, the most ambitious game I've done yet. It had a lot of challenges, but it was so much fun to make, and I'm honestly so proud of how it turned out, and I'm so happy that Mark liked it. Of course, this is just a brief overview of the process. If I told you everything, this would be a 4-hour-long video. Now, Mark ended his video with some nice words to me, and I want to do the same for him. Yeah, listen, Daz, shut up. Yeah, I'm not really gonna show that. I'm pretty sure I cried at some point during that. Regardless, I'll say this. Thank you, Mark. Thank you for everything. Thank you for trusting me, a complete stranger that you have never seen in your life, who lives in a foreign country, far, far away from you. Sincerely, it means the world to me. It is an honor to work with you. I will be forever grateful to you and everything you've ever done for me. And this is why I wanted to make this game for you. So, thank you. And thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys are all okay and all staying safe. I also want to give a special thanks to all of the members of the channel. Here are all the names. Here are the names. Look at them. Thank you so much for your incredible support. Thank you. If you'd like to become a member and help support the channel, just click the join button below. It's very easy. But okay, back to making more games now. I've gathered a ton of ideas for games over these last few months, mostly horror games, and even a possible do-it-for-me sequel/spiritual successor thing. Maybe? We'll see. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Take care.
You guys know Lixian, right?
I want it death.
He is the wonderful person that has animated so many beloved animations on my channel.
I hate everything you stand for.
And he's been helping me out by editing my videos lately.
Breakfast, duh.
Well, he, in his spare time, decided to make me an entire game for my birthday. And that's amazing by itself, but also it came with this lovely note. Hi, Mark. I just wanted to say thank you. Thank you for everything. You've completely changed my life for the better. You gave me so many opportunities, and I am so grateful and happy to be working alongside such an incredible person. I wanted to show my appreciation for you, and I feel like I don't do that enough. I decided that for your birthday, I would make you this small little game. I had very little time to work on this. I started on June 3rd, I believe, so it is far from perfect, but I hope you can still enjoy it. Happy late birthday, and once again, thank you for everything. Sincerely, Luis Lixian. Disclaimer, I did not make any of the pretty assets. So, number one, I'm freaking honored that anyone would make a game for me. But also, he's not late. I am late. It is July 31st, and he gave me this game like only a couple days after my birthday, as far as I believe. So, I'm gonna play this. We're gonna do this. And it's gonna be cool. Ooh. No, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Damien, huh? Okay, alright. Oh, no, you did not. Oh, no, you did not. Hang on a second here. Looks familiar. I get the disclaimer for not making any of the pretty assets now. Alright. Okay, cool. I love it. I mean, I love it just because it is Damien, and I love that. If you haven't seen Damien yet, there's probably going to be spoilers, so go check it out on my channel. Oh, what the hell is going on here? What the hell is this? Oh, wow. Hell yeah, pick up a log and place it on the stump. Oh, hey, Celine! 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 Hey, you're not looking at me! Why aren't you looking at me? Celine? Celine! Celine! Alright, fine then. Alright, pop. Love it. Cool. Great. Love it. Alright, okay, I see how this is.
I see. Okay. I love how snappy everything is. Ah, man. All these games that are all loosey-goosey, and this one's snappy. So fresh. Ah, real talented game designer, this one. Ah, I love the ambiance. Man, one thing I love about indie games, maybe it's a horror game, I don't know, it's the ambiance. Look at actually, look at this. I'm not even joking about this. This looks really good. Bam! Oh. Oops. There I am.
Don't slam the door, Damien.
Don't tell me what to do!
I saw a flower today.
I saw flowers.
Shouldn't be long now before
Yeah,
spring.
if you haven't seen Damien
Or
yet, go
there's still a
watch
few
it.
more weeks of winter left, and that flower will die, cold and alone.
Or that. Either way, winter can't last forever, Celine. With any luck, we'll be able to get out of this cabin soon.
Luck doesn't keep the fire going. Luck won't change the weather. And luck definitely won't put food on the table.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, you probably do need some luck in finding something to eat in the middle of winter out in the snow. Good luck.
Whatever. Try not to burn the cabin down while I'm out.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Did you really see a flower?
Yes. A little pink one. Probably dead by now.
Get some sleep. You look tired.
No one's allowed to say I'm tired. No one ever.
You're starting to sound like Mom.
Starting to sound like Mom. Starting to sound like Mom. Okay. Place 10 firewood in fireplace. You got it. Can I get my axe? What do we got here? Where'd this mirror come from? I don't remember that being there. I'm not thirsty. You don't know that. You don't know that. I'm not tired. Yeah, definitely. Okay. Whoosh. Okay. What thrilling gameplay. Stunning graphics, I gotta say. It really is. The pacing is wunderbar. Maybe I'm maybe I am thirsty. You know me. I'm pretty thirsty. Can I leave? No, okay, alright. Go to bed. Lay my head to rest then. Ooh, hello. What the hell? Okay, well this is new. Ooh, okay. Ooh. Okay. Oh, what? Did I die? Wait, did I die somehow? Oh, I was probably taking too much time. I was just like, ooh, la-di-dee, everything looks so cool. Uh-oh. Oh, okay, alright, get to the light. I do understand, I'm gonna get to the light. Oh. Oh, I see. Now, okay, that's pretty. Whoa! Hey there! Hi! What the hell? Okay. Oh, hi! You silly. You don't die easily. Oh, I'll tell you what dies easily. Me in a horror game. What?
Hello?
You killed people. So many people.
Who's there?
I can't believe how quickly you put this together. Like, this is really good. Yeah. Hiya. 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 Take that mustache. Hey. Yeah. Okay. Shift to sprint. I'm running back to the cabin. I should investigate the voices first. Yeah, I don't know about that. Maybe I am not one to do that. Hello? I love this because it's like an extended version. No way. Hiya. Oh, wait, let me check this way first. No, I'm gonna check this way. Hello? Time for firewood.
Hello? Here's Damie. Oh, hi. Oh. Wait a minute. Alright, let's move on. Cool. Alright, yum. Well, good thing I collected the weird mannequin heads. Always like that. Where's this leading us? There's a lot of environment here. There's a lot of really good stuff. How did he make this so quickly? Do I gotta leap over that? Do I take a running yump? I can't yump, so I guess... Do I get to push this? Wow! Really? Oh, this is a treat that can't be beat. Focus? Man, these are some strong vines. Focus. Look at those physics! It's a thing of beauty. Any more Manukan heads? Hello? Manukins? Any more Manukan heads? Yeah, I love the speed of this axe. Like it's quite satisfying. I gotta admit, even though things are obviously simplistic in this game, and it's almost a meme for me to be appreciative of the finer details of it. I'm appreciating the finer details of it. Like it's not often that things are snappy like that. I feel like there's gonna be some heads here. It's a weird thing to say. Yeah, if there's like skulls in the next section, I'm gonna have to replay through the game. I just am because. Oh, hi. Hey, how you doing? Oh, what's up? Whoa. All right. Cool. Good for you. Congratulations on whatever that was. Good show. You know what's fascinating about this is it is like an extended cut because I actually wrote more stuff to be here, and yet here it is, all coming out of Lixian's imagination. Collect wood. You got it. Hey, Celine! Dun, dun. Hey, what? 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 Okay. Guess I'll collect wood then. Guys! Celine! There's some weird stuff happening! Is your text in the top corner of your head weird? Mine's a little acting funny. Okay, anyway, Celine, I don't know what's going on. I'm going, okay. Hey, I'm coming in! Okay, whoa. Ah, the Chamna. Alright, I'm coming in. Hello. Hey. Alright, cool. Don't slam door!
Don't slam the door, Damien.
Don't slam the door. Okay, yeah, sure. I saw a flower today. Shouldn't be long now before spring.
Or there's still a few more weeks of winter left and that flower will die. Hold on. What are you muttering about?
I heard a voice today. I also saw a ghost, a demon voice. Zombie. As clear as I'm hearing you.
There's no one else in these woods, Damien.
But it sounded far away. I should have followed the voice, but it trailed off. And I had to get back with firewood. But we have plenty of firewood.
Damien, there is no one else in these woods. If there were, I'm sure I would have run into them by now. You need to sleep. Are you staying up while I'm out?
What? No, I'm fine. I'm not even tired. What about you? Are you tired? You're always awake by the time I get back.
I'm not a growing boy like you, little brother.
Oh, please. You're older by 10 minutes.
Which is just long enough for me to be in charge, so shut up and go to bed.
That doesn't make you in charge. How does that make you the boss of me? Just be careful. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. Whatever I heard out in those woods, it didn't sound too friendly. Just be careful. You mean the thing that charged my face?
I can take care of myself.
Don't slam the door. Don't slam the door. You always need to be right. Sometimes I'm right.
sometimes I know things.
Sometimes I know things. Oh, most times I don't know things. Most times I don't. Ooh, that's a lot of firewood. Anyway. Am I thirsty now? Am I thirsty? Might be thirsty. I'm not thirsty? Hello? You sure? Ooh. Oh, oh. Ooh. Oh, oh. Oh, oh. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, okay. Okay. Hello? What? You know what's fascinating is like this makes me realize I could have gone so much farther with the horror in Damien, which is what I wanted to do, but I had such a limited amount of experience with the medium and all things, but this is cool. Hi, yes. Hello? I'm here. Can I help you? Someone's a grouchy Gus. I don't want to. No, I'm good. I don't need to check the mirror. The mirror's. It's fine. What are we talking about? Looks good from where I'm standing. All mirror-esque and full of reflections. And I need to check mirror. I don't know.
Why can't I see myself?
I don't know. Maybe it's like.
Like yourself.
Hello.
It's time to wake up, Damien.
Awesome. I love that's my favorite moment of the whole goddamn thing. I love this. Oh man. Is that you? Wait, did he find the music? Did he find what music this was? Because he did, didn't he? Okay, actually, I've turned around so much I have no idea where forward is. Celine? Oh wait, no, that's the point. Oh, that's so cool. Celine? Oh, this is so cool. Am I going the right way? Am I going the wrong? Is there? Oh, it's so cool. Oh, it's so cool. Oh, he's done such a good job with this. Oh, it's so cool. Oh. Oh. Oh, that's not good. Oh, that's not good. Oh, should I, I'm gonna fight you. Ah! Woo! Okay, maybe not fight. Maybe fight not. Maybe not the fight. Maybe don't do the fighting thing. Fighting, not the best idea. Okay, here we go. Dunk, dunk. Okay. Keep moving. Don't look back. Why do I always look back in horror games? I just don't. Whoa! Okay. Closer than I thought. Okay. Alright, cool. I bet there's a pile of heads somewhere in here. I bet there is. Oh, I bet I missed it. Oh, I probably missed it. Oh. I don't know what the pile of heads is for, or if it's for anything, actually. You still back there? Oh, you so slow. You loser. Loser. Big lose. Big loser. Okay, I guess I gotta keep going then. Hey, whoa! What the? Hey! Oh, God! What the hell? That's so cool!
That's so well done! I mean, I totally screwed it up, but man! I love that we get a good view of that monster's taint on the way up, but man! Yeah, I think I gotta, like, follow the path or something. Okay. Ooh. Oh, ah, okay. I might be goofing something a little bit. I think it's just maybe get with me for just a second because I'm quite dumb. Straight for it. No moving. Oh, there we go. Okay, made it. Oh, God. It's really well done. It's well done. This is well done. I mean, it's obviously, like, done quickly, but man, it's done well. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Not this again. No, not this again. Oh, no. Uh-oh. Oh, hi. How you doing?
Damien, you are a hard man to find.
Oh, that's so... Oh, that's so good. That's just so goddamn good. That's so gosh darn. It's so good. It literally, like, that's just, I love it. Thank you. Thank you very much for making this. I'm just like, I'm so tickled that I'm chuffed. Damien was such a passion project, and if I could go back and take what I've learned now, like, I would enhance it in the way that Lixian has enhanced it. But now, you know, you can get a little taste of some more horror to it. It's so cool. I don't know what the heads were about, if that was an Easter egg or if that was just a one-off thing. Man, I loved it. I really loved it. I want to give a thank you to Lixian right now. You gave me a nice thank you at the beginning of this, so I'm going to give you a nice thank you at the end of it. Well, I mean, you can decide if it's nice or not once I'm done with it, but first and foremost, I have met a lot of talented, hardworking people in my time on YouTube. Not one of them compares to the dedication, the skill, like the commitment, and just the sheer speed at which you work. It's stunning. I have no idea how you do it. You have been helping me with my channel since almost the very beginning. The first animation that I ever saw, this is for people at home, the first animation that I ever saw someone make about my videos was Lixian's animation. It blew me away. I had no idea that could even happen. I didn't even know what, like, the format was, but Lixian made it. I reached out to him, and ever since then, he has made landmark animations on my channel. They are amazing. They are part of the reason why I'm able to be here today. Make no mistake, I would not be here. My channel would not be nearly as big. I would not have nearly as much success without you, Lixian. You are an integral part of this community. You're an integral part of this channel, and I'm so grateful that you are not only helping me with editing videos and doing them better than I ever could, but also taking the time out of your day to make this just for my birthday and to kick up a project that I was very passionate about and take it to, like, another level. That's stunning. That's so crazy. Like, damn you for being so talented. I just, you know, I'm grateful. I'm really, really, truly grateful. And I never want to take your talent for granted. I never want to take your time for granted. I never want to take anything that you offer to me for granted, because you deserve all the praise in the world for doing what you do. And if everyone at home watching doesn't know Lixian also makes videos on his channel, Lixian TV. I've been starting linking his channel in every video that he edits for me, which is the majority of them now. And if you guys want to see who Lixian is, what kind of stuff he makes, and just like follow him in his own capacity, go in the description, click on that link to go to Lixian TV and check out his stuff, and please subscribe to him. He's amazing. And Lixian, how dare you improve on something that I thought couldn't be improved upon? How dare you? How dare you? But sincerely, thank you. I'm very, very fortunate to have you on my team, and I cannot thank you enough. So thank you. And thank you, everybody, for watching at home. And just thank the world, thank Oxygen. Oxygen's great. Everyone needs to thank Oxygen. We wouldn't be here without Oxygen. So just thank you. If you want to see the original Damien, you can check it out in the description. I'll link it. And yeah, just this is so cool. This is so cool. I can't express how cool this is. But thank you. And as always, I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye!
What up, you guys? I am currently walking in Chinatown of Chicago. This is super exciting. This place is awesome. Really nice designs all around. Super fun. But yeah, today I am visiting a few places in Chicago, and I'm ending with the spiciest ramen in all of Chicago at Strings Ramen. So I'm going to be trying that spicy ramen out. But first, we're going to check out another restaurant, have some regular food, fill my stomach up so I won't be doing a spicy challenge on an empty stomach. So yeah, let's go check out Chinatown. Yay! My first stop, it brings us to Ken Key Restaurant here in Chinatown of Chicago. This place specializes in Hong Kong style food that they serve. Also this ramen bowl, they have over 40 different toppings and 6 different types of broth and 8 types of noodles. So you can customize your own ramen bowl in so many thousands of flavors. Let's go inside this place and check it out. Hong Kong Ken Key Restaurant. Let's get inside here. I already like the theme already. Like, it's so awesomely decorated. Cool. So awesome. They got like a mahjong decoration here. That's super cool. They got an upstairs dining area as well. Look at all this art on this wall. It's awesome. This is the upstairs seating area. This is so cute. We got nice open windows where even you can see the entire view of Chinatown from the upstairs dining area. This is so awesome. Very nice restaurant to just chill in. So on the tables here, we have the QR code for the entire menu, but this is what I'm talking about. So they got 6, these are the presets of their ramens, but look at how many different toppings they have for their ramen. That's so cool, you can customize your own. It's awesome. Alright, so on my phone, I pulled up their menu. This is what I'm talking about. So you get to choose your base, and all these different soup broths, and look at all these toppings that you can put, and then 8 different types of noodles. And step 5, you choose what kind of sauce you want, and yeah, look at this. This is so many ways to customize your own ramen bowl. That's awesome. If you know, you know. Hong Kong restaurants, like, they are so good with the milk teas, and this place even has these super cute containers where you take the milk teas home and you can store it up and drink some time later. If you're for dining here, they serve in the cup like this. Let's try out the Hong Kong style milk tea. Oh my god, it is so good. Alright guys, here are some of the food that just came out. These are the salt and pepper soft shell crabs. When this just came out, you can definitely smell the aromatic of the stir fry of the peppers, the garlic, and the onions. It smells amazing. This is one of their seafood ramens that they have on the preset here. So it's gonna be this one right here. It's a seafood laksa. It's got all the shrimp, it's got balls. Oh my god, look at that egg. That is perfectly soft boiled. And yeah, broth looks so creamy. Oh my god, I cannot wait to try that out. And of course, curry fish balls are really popular Hong Kong street food, so gotta try some of that. But yeah, I cannot wait to dig into all this. And this dish just came out. This is congee, which I know as porridge in my family, but this is very popular in Hong Kong cuisine, and I actually eat this for breakfast. This is actually very typical breakfast for to have this kind of savory rice soup breakfast with some protein and some veggies, and super healthy for you. Okay, so everything just came out, and also their specialty wonton soup too. Wonton soup is really, really popular in Hong Kong, so I cannot wait to try that out. And they have clear, real chicken broth. I am super duper excited. Look at my hair up, so I want to get my hair won't be in the way when I eat all this delicious goodness. Oh my god. Oh, I love Hong Kong food so much. When I was in the Hong Kong airport on the layover to Taiwan, I legitimately ate at like 3 different places in the airport itself because it's like, oh my god, this food is so good. I have to try everything. So here it is. This is the curry fish balls. Their fish ball sauce is so thick. I mean the curry sauce. It's creamy, it's milky, and like completely coats onto the ball. I'm gonna try out some of the hot sauce they have here on the table. So they actually sell the hot sauces to go too. You see these containers? I'm gonna dump it in here because I love hot sauce. Let's see how that is with this curry sauce. Ooh, yo, the hot sauce is fire. Oh man, that's good. Alright, for the main event, let's try out their seafood laksa. Ooh, that's actually really spicy. Oh my god. Alright, let's try some of these noodles. Really good noodles. Yo. Okay. That is so good. The broth is so creamy and it's thick. It's less like a noodle soup and more like a curry ramen this one. These are some of the balls we have here. Okay. Ooh, let's give a taste to this perfectly soft boiled egg. Oh, that egg is so rich, so creamy. Some vegetables.
Oh, it's 6 hours. It's like 10 a.m.
Some radishes.
That is not happening.
Oh, yo. I love a well-cooked radish. There's so much flavor in this. It just brings back so much home cooking flavor.
Yeah, about 10 a.m.
My mom would put white radishes in almost like all the soup that she makes. It really
10
gives
a.m.
it the
on
broth
Saturday,
rich
jeez.
flavor. Alright, I give that bowl a solid 9.5 out of 10. Oh man, it's so good. And the one thing I think could improve on is well actually it's not its fault. I ate it a little bit longer so it sat down a little bit, but I could use more broth with it. I totally would love more sauce. Alright, now let's try the congee. Ooh, so this reminds me of my breakfast. This is what I eat for breakfast usually. So it's kind of like a cream of wheat, maybe. That's like the closest description I can to kind of describe how it would be like. I'll see now this is where I bring out the spicy sauce I was was using over here. Some spicy sauce in my congee. Oh man. I'm adding some more spicy sauce. Another spicy chili paste. Bomb. And my congee's gonna be red. Oh, there's even little ginger strips in this one too. Ooh. So much flavor. Now this is so creamy. It just feels so good going down your stomach because it's just so heartwarming. Look how big this piece of shrimp is. Give this congee a 10 out of 10. Like, I've been to many different congee places. I had some pretty bad ones. This is really good. Flavors are on point. All the ingredients come together really well. I did have to add some spicy sauce to it, but that's because I like spicy. But on its own, very flavorful, very creamy. And overall, just an amazing dish. I'm gonna pair it with some of this salt and pepper soft shell crab. I did have some already because I could not resist. Like, it looks so good. I'll look this out so you guys can see. It's perfectly fried soft shell crab. Oh, spicy sauce on there. Sauce, spice. Oh, this is awesome. So I'm eating a lot of spices. I'm warming up myself with a spicy ramen challenge. So later, it won't taste as spicy. I'm trying to get myself in that spicy mode, you know? Alright, last but not least, we gotta try out their wonton soup here. So they don't use any MSG. This is just pure chicken broth that they make in the house. And all these wontons are, of course, house-made with real shrimp and real pork. Alright, let's take a bite into this. Oh my god. So much flavor. Get some veggies. Oh, okay, that is good chicken soup. It's not overly salted. It's perfectly light broth to pair with the wontons. See, a good wonton soup, the soup shouldn't be overbearing. It shouldn't like shadow the wontons because the star of this dish is the wontons. So you definitely want the wontons to stand out, but I'm gonna add more spice to it. Spicy wontons. That's good. Oh my god. And everything here was just bomb.com. You know, it's really hard to choose my favorite out of all these 5 dishes. But if I had to choose one, it'd be the congee. I'm very picky with my congee. I'm not even capping. This this dish, there's so many different ways to make this dish. Like, to get it the way I want it is very difficult. But the rice texture was cooked perfect. I've had some congee dishes where the rice is overcooked, so it becomes too soft, but this definitely remains like a good texture. And yeah, again, it's very creamy. The flavors are on point. The only thing is I just like extra spice. But honestly, if you guys are ever in Chinatown, Chicago, definitely come over here and try the congee, because this is one of the most authentic Hong Kong dishes you can try if you don't want like the generic like popular dishes of Hong Kong food already. Not many people know about congee, so I definitely recommend try this out and just, you know, so you can say like you've tried it before. Dude, this is awesome. Alright guys, we're walking away from Ken Key right now, but I actually ended up getting one of their chili paste sauces. This is only $9.95. I think it's totally worth it. Yeah, no, I use this thing on everything. I was like, oh, this is so good. Anyway, right across the street is where the spicy ramen challenge is going to be at. So we're going to head over there right now, and we're going to take this thing on. I cannot wait. I am spiced up. I am ready to eat some more spicy food, and hopefully I'll become a member of the Hall of Fame. But they have so many people trying the spicy challenge out, so I cannot wait to see. And yeah, let's do our best. Alright guys, here is the liability form for the spicy challenge. Gonna sign my life away. So these are the spices that's gonna be going into the ramen bowl. Oh my god, so if you look on their website, okay, that's already like, holy moly. If you look at the website, they actually list out all the spices that they're putting into this. It's actually really crazy. I'm gonna put it on the side here, but yeah, this is, like, that's already going in my body, like, holy. Oh god, and the thing is, like, even though you see the bowl is this big, this is only 4 ounces of ramen challenge. It's not gonna be a full bowl like this. So this is all concentrated right here, like, oh man, this is gonna hurt. Ramen's going in. Oh, that's a good amount of noodles. Okay. Mix that all up.
You're gonna mix the noodle with the sauce.
Okay. And, oh wow, I'm smelling it and my nose is running. Jesus. That is crazy. It smells good though. It has a really good fragrant smell.
Right.
Yeah. Awesome. Wow. And voila. That is the spicy ramen challenge here at Streams Ramen. Okay. Now for the toppings, we got some bean sprouts, we got some bamboo, pickles, okay. Green onions, mushrooms. Alright, so it's a veggie ramen bowl. Awesome. Oh, and some meat sauce.
Yeah,
Okay, some meat.
The ground and baby clam.
Nice. Oh, baby clams. Look at that. Awesome.
Alright. Pork skin.
Pork skin. Chicharrones.
Chicharron.
That's awesome. Cool. Alright.
Pepper.
More pepper. We need more pepper. Yeah. Cool. And then finish off with
Yeah, that's shredded chili.
shredded chili.
Yep.
Cool. Alright, there you go. Little touch.
Yep.
Perfect. There it is. There it is.
Yeah, that's
20-minute time limit, right?
Yeah, good luck.
Camera?
Yeah,
Nice. Thank you.
there
Thank
you
you.
go.
Thank you. Thank you. Woo!
Alright. Level 5 challenge. Level 5.
Yes.
Guys, get ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Here
Okay.
you go. It's the elbow. See, okay.
Alright, so guys, super cool is that another customer came in and she actually decided to do the challenge with me. So I won't be the only person dying. Yay! Countdown from you guys. But yeah, we're only allowed one. Okay. Oh god. Okay.
How's it smell?
Yep. Alright, we'll wait for it. Jeez, dude. Yeah. So we got.
3, 2, 1.
Alright, here we go.
The noodle first. Okay.
my soup when I add too much hot sauce to it.
She does this voluntarily.
Okay.
All the time.
I wouldn't go for the crunchy food because it might cut your mouth and then the spices will hurt a lot more.
How was it?
The flavor is really good.
Okay, flavor's good. That's good.
Yeah. I'm just trying not to drink the water. I'm trying to conserve it for the broth.
Yeah, this is really good.
I need a little bit. Take a little sip.
How's your spice? Drink some water.
There's so much chilies. I'm not even trying to, like, I'm trying to swallow it, so I'm not chewing it. Just put it in my mouth and swallow it. Whew.
It's hot. Alright, drink some water for real. Just
Dude, my body's like vibrating. Oh my god. We're good on time though. It hasn't been 5 minutes yet.
how's yours? Good?
Mine's level 1, they're doing level 5.
Okay, let me try another
Don't
one.
think about me.
Pretty good. How's level one?
15 minutes.
So do you know exactly what spices are in here?
Yeah.
Like what kind?
The ghost pepper,
Okay.
Tianjin chili, the Chinese Tianjin chili, and Thai chili. So we put a bunch of that, make it super spicy.
Yeah, man.
I wonder if you can start from level 1 as a challenge and work your way up.
How you feeling?
The heat sticks to the back of your throat, more your tongue.
Try a little bit of water. Keep your foot in. No, you're doing it.
Once I want a little bit of water, I'm going to want to drink the whole
You're
thing.
right. You're right.
So all the content is gone.
The last part of this.
This looks like death broth. It's so red. Okay. It sounds excellent. Ooh.
You're better than me. I haven't even finished all the noodles yet.
No rush.
I think take
She's a
sip of the
professional.
water helps. Yeah, just like a little bit, just do like
She's a
whole thing.
professional.
Yeah, because I know the stick of the spice on the throat, like, ugh.
Amateur and professional.
She's good.
Slow and steady.
My body is like shaking, like I'm vibrating.
Well, I wouldn't call the girl an amateur, but she's handling the spice better,
My swear is so painful.
or at least visually, she's handling it better.
I never had baby clam in my ramen before. I'm so close. Oh my god. I'm just thinking about that cream soda. Cream soda's getting me going.
I'm amateur.
Whew.
Keep on going. You got this. We're training for it. Yeah. Good enough.
Okay, still got 10 minutes left.
I'm barely half. I'm not even halfway through.
Oh man.
Damn, that's hot.
Might need to speed up your time. Finish it. We can't get to 9.5 minutes again, right?
Did you guys try the link challenge before?
Yeah.
She's supposed to do 10. She got 9.5.
Oh no! See, I
You had to do it in like 5 minutes. So
Oh,
it was
really?
so
It was quick,
Yeah.
yeah, wow.
If they were just normal wings, that'd be hard.
Well, props to you. I can't even do one wing.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not good at with wings. The wing spice, I do like one bite, spit it out. I'm like, I'm
Yeah.
done.
Almost there.
She's professional.
Crazy.
See, I'm not even chewing. I'm just swallowing. Like, if I chew, the spice is just gonna spread out. There's so much like concentrated spice at the end too. It's just
All the sauce that's left in the bottom.
You're doing great.
You're doing good. You're doing very good.
I kind of like the soup more.
What?
I kind of like the soup more.
Wow, it's done. 8 minutes. Still 8 minutes left.
is this clean enough?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Good enough.
Okay. Where's my cream soda?
Yeah. Yes. You still want to do that?
I'm still working.
Yeah, still working, right? Yeah, we have still, yeah, you should still have a time in here. Yeah, the 8
Have a
minutes.
minute, 8
So you can, some of them can do the last minute.
You're
and run.
halfway through it. It's good.
Yeah.
This is bad.
I didn't catch your name in the beginning. What's your name?
My name's Tiffany.
Tiffany. Okay. All right, we're gonna wait till Tiffany. She's still got 7 minutes and 53 seconds. Woo!
My mental fortitude is dying though.
Yeah.
My body was like vibrating. Hey, if you guys are looking for spicy ramen in Chicago, this is probably the spiciest place for a ramen you'll ever find in all of Chicago. Right here in Chinatown, so definitely come check them out.
Make sure you prepare before you come.
Yes, yes. Oh my God, thank you so much. Oh, what is this?
This one is a salsa blanco. It's a wrapping paste inside.
Ooh, thank you so much. Thank you. Oh, this is fried fries. I'm so excited. I've actually never seen something wrapped like this. What is this? Is this like a traditional Japanese dessert?
Yes.
Yeah?
It's called salsa dango.
Salsa dango?
Salsa dango. It's matcha outside and ripened paste inside.
We'll see. I legit never seen this before. This is pretty cool. Oh, yeah. So it's like a green mochi thing?
Yes.
Oh my God. Yes. Oh, that's so sweet. And melon soda. Okay.
So they give you the sweetest thing possible.
This is totally worth it. Go, you got this. Like,
You
this will make me feel so
have 6
good.
minutes left.
Yo, this
You
is
got this. You got this.
Every bite of noodle is
Keep
like
up
so
an
bad.
idea.
But I think I took all of the spice from the broth because it doesn't taste that bad anymore.
All right, you're almost there then.
You just gotta slow it down.
Do you have some ice in your water?
Yeah, I do.
I think like put the ice in your mouth. It will kind of like coat it, make it cool it down a little bit. So then like each bite won't be as bad. Oh.
5 minutes.
Oh wow, that salsa dango, like because it's wrapped in the banana leaf, I actually taste the flavor of the banana leaf.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Yeah, it's very good. Very, really traditional Japanese dessert.
It's really fragrant. It should be fine. Yeah.
Okay, we're good. You don't need to finish it. Maybe next time. She's the professional eater. It's different.
I just gotta say, you have the most supportive dad ever. You know, my dad could really learn a little something from your dad.
I told him that when I make my soup too spicy, I eat peanut butter afterwards.
Oh, okay.
That really helps with the spice. So he brought me jar peanut butter.
And milk.
I don't use milk as much. It's not
I'm
as
good. Thank you so much. Can you be my dad too? I want my dad to go around to my food challenges and support me. My dad has never been to one of these things. I'm so sad.
Still trying to?
Yeah, I am.
All right, we have 4 minutes left. Maybe we should do it quick.
I'd rather the timer run out.
She's a fighter, Dad.
Come back next year. No, we live here.
Oh, you do?
Very close. You all good? Level 1, right? Okay. 5 level away from it.
You know, like she's not stopping. Like if she has more time, like I think, cause like she's not giving up, even though like this she's
I eat this at home. I also fry like this at home.
We're good. We're good.
Like
What?
literally the entire rim of your mouth is red
Yeah.
from all the sweat.
Yeah. We'll take the leftover home. Okay?
Sure. Here's my mouth.
We're all gonna try it. Alright, Chip. Take it home. Okay?
That's good fun. You got through like more than half. So you did really good.
Next year, okay? We'll be back next year.
And you have the best dad in the world. Do you guys hear him right the entire time? This is great. But yeah, Tiffany, thank you so much for joining me. Like it was really cool that she just came at the same time I was doing it, and she was down to be on the video with me. But yeah.
Yeah. You come back next year at the same time. We'll be here.
All right, we're gonna do the eating contest next time, right? Yeah. There you go.
Can you tilt the bowl toward me? Like I just.
Oh yeah. Let me show you guys. She was really close. Like she got, she almost got it. Yep. You guys, so that was a super awesome experience here in Chinatown of Chicago. We got the win. Here's my Hell Ramen t-shirt. But that was super cool. And really congrats to Tiffany for getting as far as she did. She is a monster. But the owner actually gave her a t-shirt as well, so that's super awesome. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Come visit Chinatown, Chicago. And yeah, like and subscribe. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much for watching.
Alright guys, I'm gonna end it here for today. It has been a long one today, but I thought I might as well, because I wasn't tired at all. So, we will pick someone to read. We will read this person today. It's a Genshin streamer. And hope you guys enjoyed the stream. See you tonight, I guess. Hope you have a wonderful day, night, morning, evening, or afternoon. And enjoy your day without me.
I skipped one whole day of dailies, and next